Yep, Bailey Booth, just making sure I had the right 5. So you've got Karchner, Bluth, Moctezuma, Baldwin, and Stratton on the floor. For the Beavers, Elisa, Brown, Lurth, Marshall, and Bradshaw. And Karchner wins the tip, and here's Lala Baldwin. She'll have it. She's dangerous anywhere within half court. They've got the defensive specialist, Gentry Brown. Man-to-man defense for her. Here's a steal. There's Marshall, will get the credit for it. Back comes Lurth for the Beavers, 3-on-2. Lurth stops, gives to Marshall. Marshall drives on the baseline, tries to get it underneath, and it's going to be taken away as Stratton steps in front of the ball, knocks it down. Pass ahead to Stratton and just couldn't quite handle it. It'll be a turnover now on the Eagles. So the teams trade turnovers. 2 on the Eagles, so 2 turnovers for the Eagles and 1 for the Beavers.
And you can already tell Lala, she is looking down the court real quick, and Beaver got to make sure they're back on defense.
At the free throw line, there is Lurth, out to Marshall, underneath to Elisa. Knocked away again, picked up, and going to be taken by Baldwin. Lala on the left side with the right-hand dribble. Stops, underneath, beautifully done to Karchner. Oh, the layup missed. Karchner took an odd step, but she gets up okay. It'll be out of bounds off the Beavers, I believe, stays on this end of the court.
That was a great backdoor cut by Karchner.
Baldwin, here's Karchner right in the middle, shot up, no good, rebound to Elisa, and she'll get it to Bradshaw. Bradshaw ahead of the pack, and there'll be a travel, double dribble, as the ball bounces off the back of Elisa, and I'm not sure, I think maybe Bradshaw did catch it with 2 hands.
Yeah, I think you're right.
So it's just turnovers so far. We're a minute in, and I think both teams with 2 turnovers. Is that correct?
Beaver
2
with
and 3.
3. Yep.
Yeah, Beaver with 3. So back comes Baldwin for the Eagles. Baldwin, and that one's going to be a foul on Gentry Brown. Nope, kickball rather than a foul. Stays here. 7 minutes, 6:53 left in the first. Still no score. Baldwin on the baseline, looking underneath. Stratton back to Baldwin. Baldwin, she'll lose the ball. Just takes that left-hand dribble. I think she started to make the move before she turned the corner. So it goes back to the Beavers.
And, you know, what makes Baldwin really dangerous is she can pull up from wherever, but she's also very good off the dribble, so you have to respect that as well.
On the right side, here's Lurth. Lurth looking inside, cross-court pass over to Brown. That's going to be knocked away. Another turnover. Little sloppy early on in his 3rd, 4th game. Here's Baldwin. Baldwin drives, kicks back out. Moctezuma with the left-hand dribble. Turns and will go up over Lurth and scores it. Tough bucket. Very
tough and great move by Montezuma. She, you know, Lurth did a good job, but she just kept going.
Bradshaw with the ball. 2-0. The Eagles with the lead. Bradshaw, she'll take the call from Coach Marshall. And for Draper APA, it's a man-to-man defense as well. Brown, switch off by Karchner, back to Bradshaw. To Elisa. Elisa double teamed in the middle over to Lurth. Lurth drives, cut off by Moctezuma. And up to Bradshaw. Corner to Marshall. Marshall for 3. The shot's up and in. The Beavers take the lead. Marshall from that left side. 3-2. So after trading turnovers, now the teams trade baskets. Back comes Lala. She'll take a long 3, and it's in. And when I say a long 3, that's an NBA 3. You said it a minute ago, Lachelle.
Yeah, and she has like a pretty shot. It's not like she's just chucking it up there either.
Oh, no. Inside to Elisa, knocked down. She picks it back up, back to Lurth. Lurth will drive. There's Lala Baldwin with the steal. She'll go on the left side. 2-point lead for Draper APA. Baldwin reverses course back out to Bluth. Bluth back to Baldwin. Covered by Brown. Back up to Karchner. Perimeter passing for Draper APA and Baldwin. Now a foul on Karchner on the illegal screen. I didn't see her move, but she might have.
She must have.
So 5-3 our score. Draper APA with a 2-point lead. 5 minutes left in this first quarter of play. Just a reminder, coming up next will be the 3rd, 4th game with the boys. And that's going to be American Preparatory Academy West Valley and the Kanab Cowboys. Here's Lurth with the ball inside to Elisa. Elisa turns, double team coming, knocked away by Baldwin. That's another steal for Baldwin. And back comes Draper APA up, and hustling are the Beavers. And it's going to go off of Karchner, so credit Danzy Bradshaw and Alina Lurth with the play.
And turnovers more more turnovers. 4 for APA, 6 for Beavers.
Holy cow. 5-3 our score, so both are nearing their score totals. Moctezuma back up to Lurth. Lurth left side to Brown. Brown takes a long three-point bucket. Shot no good, and it's going to go out of bounds. Back to Draper APA. 4:28 left in the first. Back comes Baldwin. Substitution coming in will be Crum for the Beavers. Baldwin picks up a dribble back out to Bluth. Bluth will dribble, covered by Marshall. Back out to Moctezuma. She's also dangerous. She crossover, turn into the lane, kicks back out. Here's Bluth on the outside. Shot no good. And rebound knocked out of bounds by Karchner. Beaver basketball.
And like you said, you know, Draper AP is going to have some contributions from someone other than Karchner and Baldwin because they are playing super tight on both of those players.
Camila Olive in the game for Draper APA, replacing Stratton. And for the Beavers, Crum replaces Marshall. With the ball's Brown. Brown, she'll turn underneath to Elisa. Elisa up, shot no good. Karchner with the board. Back come the Eagles, leading by 2. 5-3, long three for Baldwin. That one's going to go out of bounds. Goes back to the Beavers. Coach Dan Baldwin gives a shooting tip. Says put it up a little higher. We've enjoyed our association with Dan and his wife, Coach Baldwin and his wife. Really great people. They've been down in southern Utah, and gracious, really gracious people. In the corner, here's Bradshaw. Bradshaw for 3, outside. She's money.
Yeah, great shot by Bradshaw.
The lead back to 1. That matches the biggest lead of the game for the Beavers. 6-5 our score. Here's Moctezuma. She'll go around, run into Elisa. Tries to draw the foul. Elisa didn't move too much, and the rebound goes to Elisa. Straight away, here's Bradshaw. Beavers lead by 1. Bradshaw hands off to Brown. Brown, another three-pointer. That one's just a little off the mark. It goes out of bounds, too. No, they're going to say it was tipped by Draper APA. I didn't see that.
I did not either. But, hey,
nobody's arguing.
Hey, nope, so must have.
Because you kind of look, you see it, and then you look at the other coaching staff, and if they don't say anything,
yeah,
it was a great call.
Yeah.
Here's Bradshaw with the ball. 6-5 Beaver. 2:53 left in the first. Cox will check in at the next dead ball. Bradshaw left side, covered by Baldwin. She'll go baseline hard, goes up. Karchner steps over, and someone slipped in and knocked that ball loose. Didn't see who. But it's going to go as a turnover on the Beavers again. So Lurth will check out. Cox in the game for Beavers, leading 6-5 on the Beaver Valley Hospital scoreboard. Back comes Baldwin. Man-to-man defense for the Lady Beavers. Right side to Moctezuma. Back up top to Karchner. She takes a long 3. That one's no good. Rebound can be taken by Cox. She'll get it to Brown. Brown turns and runs. Beavers on the break. No advantage. Brown underneath to Elisa. What a pass and a finish by Talia Elisa.
And Gentry Brown, no slacker there. She's a great passer as well.
She really is. And that one, she threaded the needle for the bucket. Beavers by 3. Baldwin splits the defenders and going to be picked up by Elisa. Here comes Bradshaw. Over to Cox. Cox on the left side. She'll turn. Brown fires. Shot up. No good. Elisa with the board. Her shot back up. No good. Karchner with the rebound. 1:49 left in the first. 8 for the Beavers. 5 for the Eagles. Brown covers Baldwin. Backdoor cut. Moctezuma there. And that's going to go off of Moctezuma. Credit. A really great play by Brittany Crum.
Yeah, Crum played great defense as Moctezuma tried to make a backdoor cut, but Crum was all over that.
Didn't see the ball, but she put her hand in the right place where it would have had to have come. Give me a turnover total if you don't mind. Here's Bradshaw with it. 2 Brown.
6 for Draper HPA, 7 for Beaver.
Here's Bradshaw. She's got another 3. That's her second in the game. 3rd in the quarter for the Beavers. The Beavers up by 6 now. They couldn't buy a bucket last night.
No, they could not.
Bradshaw did.
She did.
It was a struggle elsewhere, though. Just the lid on the bucket was a rough one. Kicking back out. Shot is up by Bluth. That one's in and out. Rebound to Brown. Brown will get it to Bradshaw. Bradshaw turns. Moctezuma with a little bump. Coach Dan Baldwin says, that's the same thing that happened on the other end.
Yeah.
So first foul on Moctezuma. One foul apiece for Moctezuma and for, let's see, I think it's going to be Karchner with the other foul. And the Beavers without a foul yet. We're a minute left in this first quarter play. Beavers up by 6. Bradshaw with the ball. Left side to Cox. To Lurth at the free throw line. Corner to Crum. Crum, three-point bucket up. No good. Rebound Karchner. Here comes Baldwin. Lala with it. She'll step, shoot a 3 from outside. Shot is no good. Bradshaw on the board. She'll bring it up. Recenter. 31 seconds left in the quarter. Shot clock is off. Bradshaw to Cox. Cross-court pass to Crum. Over to Lurth. Lurth drives. She'll go to her knees. Kick back out to Cox. In the corner to Crum. Crum drives baseline. 8-foot jumper up. No good. Karchner with the rebound. 13 seconds left. Beavers by 6. Here's Baldwin. Bradshaw stays close.
Yes. Whoop.
Oh, Lala's down on
right.
the court. Hopefully she's okay. Crum will throw at the buzzer. Oh, almost in. And Baldwin still on the ground. And we'll be back. The end of one. It's Beavers 11 and Draper APA 5 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
As a parent, you never want to see your child struggling with suicidal thoughts. But today, the threat is hidden deep within their phones. That's why I rely on Bark. Built by parents, for parents, Bark's award-winning dashboard monitors text messages, emails, and over 30 different apps and platforms for potential safety concerns. Hey, can we talk?
We at Centricom want to help every family protect their children. Get Bark protection today from Centricom on unlimited family devices. Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back. Scott Langford, Lachelle Moss at the end of one. Here's our quick stat check. Beavers will have the ball start second quarter action.
For the Beavers, 7 turnovers that quarter, 1 steal, 6 rebounds, shooting 36%. Draper APA shooting 20%.
Marshall for 3, no good. We'll come back to stats. Kay, finish up. I'll let you go and do that. You start talking when you're ready.
Okay. Draper APA 4 rebounds, 6 turnovers.
Make that 7 as the pass a little high. A little sloppy for both teams. This is more what I expect towards the end of a game. Of course, the third, fourth game it tends to be a little bit more sloppy. It's just, it's hard.
It does. It's hard to
It's hard when your goal is 1 and 2 and you play 3rd and 4. So it tends to be a little more sloppy. This one more so than normal. I think both these teams will settle in. Here's Lurth with the ball. She'll go up, bank shots off the side, no good. Karchner up for the board. Back comes Baldwin. 11-5. Beavers that 6-point lead. 3 threes in the game for Beaver. And 1 3 for Baldwin from way out. Here's Moctezuma. She'll step back. Covered by Crum. Crosses over. She'll go in, runs into Elisa. Elisa blocks the shot. Rebound to Marshall. And back comes Crum. Left side to Brown. Brown will go, Euro step up, and a nice patented finish by Gentry Brown.
Yeah, that was a great finish by Brown as that one just rolled over the basket. She had a great move to the basket.
Back comes Baldwin. Man-to-man defense still for the Beavers. Right corner to Stratton. Back up top, Baldwin now. Left side to Bluth. She'll recenter to Moctezuma. Over to Karchner. Back up, 12 on the shot clock. That's a long 3-point shot by Bluth. No good. Rebound to the Beavers. Back comes Brown with it. Left side to Crum. Crum cross-court pass to Lurth. Covered by Karchner. Step back jumper. Alina Lurth for 2.
Yeah, that was a great shot by Lurth as Karchner came right at her. And Karchner's long too, but Lurth just went right over top of her.
All 5 Beavers have now scored. Baldwin with a tough runner, no good. Rebound for Elisa. She'll get it out to Crum. Brown with it, and then a quick foul by Moctezuma. That'll be foul number 2 for Jasmine, I believe. Yep. A little bit of foul trouble. Now Vanessa Moctezuma will check in, and she'll replace Jasmine. I'm assuming those two are sisters.
I was just thinking the same thing.
Yeah, so we have a sophomore and a senior. The sophomore's in right now. Lurth with it. It's the Beavers by 10. Bradshaw with it, covered by Baldwin. Man-to-man defense for both teams. Here's Bradshaw. Bradshaw takes a screen from Elisa. Will drive in, kick in the corner. Lurth fakes a shot. Bluth recovers. Back to Brown. Cross court. Brown for 3. It's up. No good. And Baldwin tracks down the board. Baldwin with it, covered by Brown. She'll bring it up. Drops it back for Karshner. She'll drive in hard over to Stratton. Her shot up and no good. Rebound to Lurth, but no rebound, as there will be a foul on the Beavers on the hold.
Yeah, it looks like that'll be on Bradshaw, maybe?
I had Brown.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, first foul for Gentry Brown. That is actually the first team foul of the quarter as well. So outside Bluth with it to Moctezuma. Right side to Baldwin. Baldwin now, ball knocked away by Lurth. She'll strip it. She's on her way down the court. Will hold back to Elisa. Elisa back to Lurth. In the corner, here's Marshall. Marshall for 3 right side, and it's in.
It's open today.
Second three-pointer of the game for Taisley Marshall, and the lead balloons to 13. It's a 7-0 run for the Beavers in this second quarter. We don't care how they make them.
Well,
they go in, they go in.
Usually the bank's not open on Saturdays, but it is today.
It is today. So Gentry Brown pick up foul number 2. So for the Beavers, isn't that the only fouls in the game? So Gentry will pick up 2. When she usually goes to the penalty box, she will be immediately replaced by Brittany Crum. Inside, Moctezuma shot. Oh, missed the layup. And it's going to be a foul on Baldwin. She got away with the first one, but then she continued with it. And it was the second one that got it because she chopped the arms. The officials couldn't see it. Chopped the arms on the first one. Did you see the same thing?
Yes, I did. And she plays really aggressive too. So
Yeah.
and I like how they play. I think the officials are doing a good job. They're letting them play today.
A little bit more pressure coming. Here's Crum on the baseline. She'll drive down, kick to Elisa. Elisa shot up, no good. Bradshaw skies up for the rebound. She'll get it out to Crum. Crum, 14-foot jumper, no good. Karchner with the board. And a foul will go to, I believe, Bradshaw. And it does. First foul of the game for Bradshaw. Give me a field goal percentage. I mean, obviously for a Draper, it's pretty low.
Just 14%, 2 for 14, and Beaver 39.
Okay, it's the Beavers by 13, and there'll be a foul on Bradshaw. That will be number 2 on Danzy Bradshaw as well. So that's 2 on Bradshaw. So just really quickly, foul trouble for the Beavers. 2 for Brown and 2 for Bradshaw. 4:15 left in the half. There's Baldwin. She'll shoot it from there. Bradshaw steps in, but too late. Baldwin knocks down another deep 3.
Yeah, you cannot leave her at all.
I have never seen a shooter this good.
No, heck
She is
no.
fantastic. On the right side, here's Crum. That stops a 7-0 run by the Beavers. Inside to Elisa. Point blank range. She scores it.
Yeah, that was a great position by Elisa and great pass.
4 points in the game for Talia Elisa, the senior, playing in her last game as a Beaver High School Beaver. Here's Bluth in the corner to Moctezuma. Vanessa drives in underneath to Karchner. What a pass.
Yeah, Karchner had great position, but great pass by Moctezuma. She's done a great job coming off the bench.
20-10 your score. Cox will check in at the next dead ball. Here's Bradshaw. She'll drive into traffic. Shot up just a little short off the rim. Karchner with the board. Back comes Baldwin. Baldwin covered by Bradshaw. Underneath to Karchner. Shot inside the key. No good. Rebound up. Taken by Elisa. She'll give it back to Bradshaw. 3 minutes left in the half. 20-10 Beaver. Bradshaw looks for a screen from Elisa. But she'll step back out, take a play call from Coach Marshall. Here's Lurth. Lurth back over to Bradshaw, looking underneath for cutters. Can't find anybody. Will step back out to Lurth. Back to Crum. Crum drives baseline, goes up, shot no good, but Crum and Marshall tussle over the ball, and it goes out of bounds. Another turnover. Checking in the game for number 11 is number 14, and then 33 in, 3 out. So that helps you with the iPad. 10, 5, 4, 33, and 13. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Back is Baldwin. Baldwin at the free throw line. Kicks over to Bluth. Bluth back to Baldwin. Baldwin covered by Crum. She'll split the defenders. Up she goes. Down she goes. And she'll go to the free throw line for 2. Foul will go to number 20. That will be Brittany Crum.
That one looked a little out of control. Just kind of tripped over her own feet, but regardless, they called the foul.
So 2 free throws for Lala Baldwin. She's got 6 in the game. And they will finally set. Just a reminder, coming up next will be American Preparatory Academy West Valley and the Kanab Cowboys. First free throw, no good. She might do better if she stepped back beyond the three-point line to shoot free throws.
She might.
What a shooter. In my wildest dreams, I never shot that well.
I was going to say, I think she shoots better than any boy I've seen at this tournament. Just like the fluidity of the, just so smooth.
Second free throw is good. 7 points for Baldwin. Cuts the lead to 9. 13's been the biggest. That's a 4-0 run by Draper APA. On the right side, here's Lurth. Underneath to Elisa. Elisa turns, shoots inside, and scores it.
And that, right now with Elisa in there, they gotta attack the paint. They gotta attack the middle.
Back comes Baldwin. Pretty big bump by Crum. She'll drive around. Lurth picks up. Stratton left side. Jump shot no good. Rebound to Cox. There's Bluth, and timeout. Coach Marshall will take it as well. 22-11. We come back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Discover squeaky cheese, hand-dipped ice cream, and family-friendly bathrooms all at the Creamery, Beavers Cheese Store. With an expanded storefront, you can explore our farm-to-table story, sample our signature cheeses, enjoy breakfast or lunch at the Creamery kitchen, or shop some of Utah's favorite products from specialty cheeses to local honey and jam. Stop on in and discover what the excitement is all about. Visit the Creamery in Beaver at 165 South, 500 West, now open Sundays noon to 6 and extended hours Thursdays and Fridays until 8 p.m.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Who will end up third in the classification? Will it be the Beavers 22 or the Eagles 11? Beavers have the Eagles doubled up, but there's a lot of basketball to play. 1:51 left in the first half, and the Beavers with that 11-point lead. So 2 players on the bench. That's Brown and Bradshaw due to foul trouble. 1:44 left. Here's Marshall. Over to Cox, and Moctezuma picks up her 3rd personal foul. So a tough break for Jasmine as well. I have 3, right?
Yes, I have 3.
Yep, her 3rd. So immediately off the bench will come Olive. That really hurts for Draper APA. Moctezuma just does some of those other things to screens, and she's very good offensively.
Yes, she is.
But inside to Elisa. Elisa covered by Stratton, back up to Crum. Crum will step back to Marshall. Left side now to Lurth. Gets Cox in the middle. Cox kicks back, ball knocked down, but Crum picks it up. Underneath to Cox. Inside shot, no good. Karchner with the rebound.
Yeah, and Cox just kind of went up soft on that shot. I think if she would have went up a little harder, she probably would have made it.
Pass ahead to Stratton. Stratton goes up, blocked by Elisa, but a foul. Stratton goes to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, APA that time did a great job. Stratton did a great job running the floor.
22-11, big free throws for Stratton. She's a senior for this Draper APA team. There's the first free throws up, and good. First point of the game for her. So not a lot of scoring for Draper APA. 7 for Baldwin, 2 for Karchner, and now 1 for Stratton with her 2nd free throw coming. That free throw's up and good as well. So 2 points for Taylor Stratton. The lead down to 9. On the left side, here's Marshall. Marshall into Cox. Cox goes up in traffic, no good. Elisa offensive rebound. Goes up, blocked away. Cox with the board. And that one's blocked away, and Lurth takes one right in the mouth.
Yep.
And there'll be a foul on the play. Ouch.
That's a tooth breaker right there.
Yeah, it is. Olive picks up foul number 1, the senior for Draper APA. Lurth checking those teeth.
Yeah.
14 fouls, both teams in the bonus the rest of the way. Pass up to Lurth with a minute left and a half. 22-13, Beavers by 9. Back up is Cox. Good job coming after the ball. Lurth drives baseline, picks up the dribble. Up top to Cox. Cox inside, 8-foot jumpers up and no good. Karchner with the rebound. 45 seconds left in the half. 22-13, Baldwin covered by Crum, and Crum strips it on the crossover. Here's Cox on the right, or Lurth back to Crum. Shot up and good. An acrobatic shot for Brittany Crum.
That one was a high off the backboard.
Yes, it
Got
was.
it to fall.
Back comes Baldwin. Baldwin underneath, and that will go out of bounds. Expected the cut. Didn't come, though. Turnover on the Eagles.
And you know, Beaver did a good job that time on defense, not bailing her out by fouling her.
Shot clock is off with 26 seconds left in the half. 24-13, Beavers by 11. Biggest lead of the half was 13. Left side, here's Marshall. Marshall cross-court pass to Lurth, down to 14, now 12. Lurth on the right side, she'll drive baseline, go in, kick back out to Cox, to Marshall. Left side to Crum. Crum drives on the baseline. Kicks back up, only 2 on the shot clock. Marshall goes up at the buzzer with a left-hand shot. No good, and that'll be how the first half comes to an end, which means it'll be time for the Jones and DeMille Engineering halftime. But it's the Beavers 24, Draper APA 13 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, all powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. No one knows and protects farmers and ranchers better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. Local agent Rachel McCulley is proud to support our farming and ranching community with the best coverage options available. When it comes to farm insurance, we are the experts. Wishing our Lady Beavers a safe and successful state basketball tournament.
Jones and DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a professional, personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they are committed to providing value beyond the project. It is their goal to create a place where people want to live, work, and enjoy life. Serving our local communities is something they are proud of, and it has been their privilege to do so for the past 40 years. Jones and DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
When Bark detects a digital danger, I receive automatic alerts so that I can deal with problems as they arise, while still respecting my son's privacy by not having to read through every single message. Bark even delivers research-backed recommendations on dealing with the issue. This helps me and my son work together, trust each other, and build a deeper bond. Bark has helped protect millions of children while detecting tens of thousands of severe self-harm situations. Bark brings us closer together.
Get Bark protection today from Centricom on unlimited family devices. Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
When you're in the mood for mouth-watering dishes prepared by the finest chefs in Utah, visit Timberline Inn in Beaver. For a family dinner outing or for a night out with that special someone, experience fine dining for breakfast, lunch, or dinner at Timberline Inn. Timberline also offers catering services for both small groups or large gatherings, and you can't beat their popular lunch and dinner specials offered daily. Timberline Inn is open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and located on the South I-15 interchange in Beaver. Call for catering 438-2474.
The only time we want to hear the sound of crashing metal is at the Demolition Derby. When it happens to you, don't despair. Trust 2 guys who care. Tony and Dave's Auto in Beaver. They had the experience to restore your ride, from new cars or trucks to classic muscle cars. Tony and Dave have years of experience in collision and automotive repair. When you bring your car or truck to Tony and Dave's Auto, you can trust 2 guys who care. Located at 115 North Main in Beaver, 435-438-5400. They're as American as red, white, and Beaver High School blue.
Expecting a bundle of joy? Beaver Valley Hospital's new maternity wing is your local haven for life's special deliveries. Combining cozy comfort with top-tier technology, they bring big city medical excellence to the heart of Beaver with that small-town touch Beaver Valley Hospital is known for. Their full-service community hospital is your health partner from inpatient care, emergency, surgical, maternity, physical therapy, home health, and hospice. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to support Beaver High School.
When you make the right decision, it feels good. Like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Brent Stapley is right here in Beaver to help you select the right protection at the right price. Brent will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm agent Brent Stapley, it's easy to make the right choice. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
It's halftime, so that means it's the Jones Mill Engineering halftime. Champions are propelled by dedication, teamwork, commitment, vision, and a desire to be their best. Jones Mill Engineering is your local award-winning engineering firm. Big thanks to Jones Mill Engineering. They just are doing a project for Beaver Valley Hospital, so we're pretty grateful for Jones Mill Engineering. So this is halftime. Beaver 24. The Eagles of Draper APA 13. And as you look at the scoreboard, that is definitely a score that favors the Beaver High School Beavers. 13 in the first half for a team. That's defense and poor shooting both.
Yes, yeah, because you know Draper APA, their style of play is run and gun with Baldwin and Karchner, and Beaver definitely slower pace half-court offense. So, like you said, I mean, you looking at the stats, I mean, Draper APA has only made four shots that entire half.
Yeah, 4 field goals. That's completely true. And Baldwin with more than half of the points, but still not enough points. Draper APA wants this one to be more of the track meet with a lot of scoring.
Yep.
You know, so this game's on pace to be 48-26. That's a Beaver score. Yeah. You know, with the defense side of the ball. Once again, thanks to Jones Mill Engineering. Let's take a look at our first half stats.
You know, starting with the Draper APA Eagles, you know, just only 4 field goals made, 4 for 18. And that's with 2 3-point shots. So 2 for 7, 29%. Shooting 3 for 4 from the free throw line. 10 rebounds, no offensive rebounds. 10 turnovers and 3 steals.
Yeah, the turnovers for both teams way too high, but only 10 rebounds, surprising.
For the Lady Beavers, shooting 37% from the field, 44% from threes. So I feel like that's a higher percentage than normal for the Beavers. 14 total rebounds, 3 of those offensive, 7 turnovers, and 3 steals.
So really, I mean, as you look at the stats, the difference in this one is just field goal percentage. And that's some of that's defense, some of it's just a tough night. The Beavers had a rough night last night shooting against the North Summit Braves. So, I mean, it just happens sometimes.
It does.
And I wouldn't expect that we're going to have 2 halves of that.
You know, you would think not. And I think my one key of the game that I forgot to give is what team would come out and you know, have some intensity playing, because it really is hard to play in this 3rd and 4th place game. But but you're still playing. So, you know, if a team comes out and they're ready to play and to go, I think that team's going to win. We've just seen kind of lackadaisical play, I guess, kind of for both teams. So
let's take a look at some individual scoring. Lachelle, talk to me.
For the Draper APA Eagles, Lala Baldwin leading the team with 7, and then you got 2 points
apiece. That's game high, too.
It is. That is true. Really low scoring, especially if her average is 23 points. So she's going to really have to triple.
Oh, she can light it up. It's possible. Stay tuned.
Can in an instant. 2 points apiece for Samantha Karchner and Taylor Stratton. And then for the Beavers, we have 3 players with 6 points. Bradshaw, Marshall with 2 3-pointers, and Elisa. And then we have Cox with 2, Brown with 2, and Lurth with 2. Oh, sorry, not the Cox, Crum with 2.
Yeah, Crum with 2. So that rounds out the scoring. That is our halftime score, 24-13. We'll be back with second half action at the America First Event Center, the campus of Southern Utah University, on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live, powered by Centracom and KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
As a parent, you never want to see your child struggling with suicidal thoughts. But today, the threat is hidden deep within their phones. That's why I rely on Bark. Built by parents, for parents, Bark's award-winning dashboard monitors text messages, emails, and over 30 different apps and platforms for potential safety concerns. Hey, can we talk?
We at Centricom want to help every family protect their children. Get Bark protection today from Centricom on unlimited family devices. Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Discover squeaky cheese, hand-dipped ice cream, and family-friendly bathrooms all at the Creamery, Beavers Cheese Store. With an expanded storefront, you can explore our farm-to-table story, sample our signature cheeses, enjoy breakfast or lunch at the Creamery kitchen, or shop some of Utah's favorite products from specialty cheeses to local honey and jam. Stop on in and discover what the excitement is all about. Visit the Creamery in Beaver at 165 South, 500 West. Now open Sundays noon to 6 and extended hours Thursdays and Fridays until 8 p.m.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. No one knows and protects farmers and ranchers better than Farm Bureau Financial Services. Local agent Rachel McCauley is proud to support our farming and ranching community with the best coverage options available. When it comes to farm insurance, we are the experts. Wishing our Lady Beavers a safe and successful state basketball tournament.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
That'll do it for the Jones Milling during halftime. Scott Langford, Lachelle Moss, and of course we've got Nate Palmer on the production, Tyler Moss on the camera, Dax Lovell, and Walt Kirksick. Big thanks to all of those who make it possible. And now it's time for second half action. Lachelle, give me keys to the game first for the Beaver High School Beavers.
For the Beavers, I think they got to pound the ball inside. They got to make a few layups. They got to get the ball into Elisa, and then they got to play some really tough defense.
And for the Eagles of Draper APA?
I think, for them, they got to as well, they got to start going to the basket and not rely so much heavily on that outside shot.
So here we go, second half action, 24 for the Beavers, 13 for the Eagles. The Eagles led by 2, first bucket of the game. Since then, it's been all Beavers. Moctezuma, long three-point bucket, and the bank is open. Jasmine Moctezuma from way downtown. That helps.
It does.
that was a very
high shot.
High shot. The arch in that was fantastic. Here we go, Lurth inside to Elisa, just like you said. Shot good. You called that one, didn't you?
I did.
Back comes Baldwin for Draper APA. The lead is 10. Baldwin cuts over on Lurth. Back to Moctezuma. She thinks about another three.
She'll launch that puppy.
Turn corner Stratton back to Baldwin. Baldwin fakes, kicks up. Karshner for 3. That one's up, no good. Rebound picked up by Bradshaw. She'll bring it ahead. 1-on-5 break. Bradshaw will take it, and what a bucket for Danzy Bradshaw. Put that one on the highlight reel.
Yeah, I love that. That little hesitation and then just went super hard to the basket. Oh my God.
And Lurth just takes one back step from Baldwin. That's her third three-pointer of the game, 10 points for the junior. Wow. She is a shooter. Lurth was just that one half step back. Bradshaw drives in, splits defenders, up and in. Bradshaw for 2 more. What a great take by Danzy Bradshaw on the left side, right hand. Baldwin splits the defenders, kicks underneath to Stratton. Stratton thought she was going to shoot, so did I. 2-on-1 break. Here's Bradshaw. Moctezuma there. Moctezuma will go up around Bradshaw. No good. Pass out of bounds. Shot out of bounds off of Draper APA.
Yeah, that was great defense by Montezuma, and Brown she would have just filled that lane a little bit farther out on that left side. She probably would have had a wide open layup.
Olive back in the game for Draper APA, replacing number 33 Stratton. Top of the key, here's Lurth. Fakes a three, corner to Elisa. Inside to Marshall. Marshall, pass knocked down, picked up by Olive. It's an 11-point lead for the Beavers, 30-19, 6 minutes left in the third. Here is Baldwin from way downtown. Now, I don't even know what you do with that. You could hear the whole crowd with it just that was not a groan. That's an that was just inside half court. Here's Bradshaw. Bradshaw for three, and Bradshaw knocks one down.
That's Brown, actually.
Oh, I'm sorry. Brown, that's what I meant. I saw Gentry's face. I called the wrong number. There's Baldwin. She'll go up. Top of the key shot. No good. Rebound to Marshall. Pass going to be knocked down by Baldwin. She'll save it back up to Karchner. Underneath, Olive. Karchner. Shot good. That is Draper APA basketball. And it's a 14-9 run. The lead is 9. Back is Bradshaw to Lurth. Covered by Bluth. Inside to Elisa. Double teamed. And pass can be knocked down by Karchner. And a quick timeout will be called by Coach John Marshall. Elisa ended up on the ball. Timeout, Beaver will take it as well. 33-24 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network and TeamHive.live.
Jones & DeMille Engineering was founded with a simple mission to shape the quality of life with a professional, personalized touch. As a full-service civil engineering firm, they are committed to providing value beyond the project. It is their goal to create a place where people want to live, work, and enjoy life. Serving our local communities is something they are proud of, and it has been their privilege to do so for the past 40 years. Jones & DeMille Engineering, shaping the quality of life.
Live high school sports action on Centracom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Let's take a look at some shooting stats in the second half, Lachelle.
You know, Draper shooting 67%.
3 for 4 from
Beaver
downtown.
80%.
Wow, one for one from downtown. So
you wish
shooting.
you could finish the game like that, right?
Yeah, we've had more scoring in the third quarter in the first 3 minutes than we've had in the whole game. Marshall with the ball, knocked out of bounds by Moctezuma. 33-24, 5:10 left in the third. On the floor for the Beavers, starting lineups. Marshall, Lurth, Elisa, Brown, and Bradshaw for Draper APA. Baldwin, Bluth, Olive, Moctezuma, and Karchner. There's Bradshaw, thinks about a three, slides in, Lurth for him, 12 good, 15 out for Alina Lurth.
And I like that shot. Lurth, I've saw her knock that down numerous times. That's a really sweet spot for her.
Lead back to 11, Baldwin over to Karchner. Right side to Moctezuma, back up to Baldwin. Bradshaw will pick up Lala. Inside Karchner, fall away, jumper, no good. Rebound to Elisa. How many rebounds for Elisa in the game?
For Elisa, she has 8 rebounds.
And Karchner?
Karchner has...
Bradshaw drives on the right side.
8 as well.
So both those two big inside. That one knocked out of bounds by Elisa. Checking in the game will be Crum, replacing Marshall. 4:20 left in the third. It's an 11-point lead, 35-24. Coming up next, APA West Valley and Kanab. And then the championship games, the Kanab Cowboys and the North Summit Braves on the girls' side of the bracket. And for the boys, it will be the North Summit Braves as well, taking on who?
Enterprise Wolves.
The Enterprise Wolves.
And I think those games will be fantastic. Super evenly matched on both sides.
Baldwin another long three. Lurth with the rebound. Back to Bradshaw. I think it should be great games, both. Here's Bradshaw straight away. Beaver by 11. Left side to Brown. Brown looking inside for Lisa. And does find her back up to Lurth. Lurth one dribble. 8-foot jumper. Sweetly done by Alina Lurth. 6 points in the game for the senior. Lead back to 11. Ball's loose on the ground. The ball will be tied up. Goes to the Beavers. It'll be a turnover for Draper APA.
I think I'm most excited. I can't wait to see the matchup between Langston and Little. I think that will be
something to behold,
yeah,
right?
And you know, the guards for both teams are just like super quick. So I think it'll be the driving of North Summit and the shooting of Kanab. So it should be fun.
Yeah, I completely agree. Checking in the game will be number 31, Amin, Ajak Amin. No, Amin Ajak. Ajax. So Bradshaw straight away, covered by Bluth. Right side to Crum. Crum to Brown. Brown straight away, covered by Karchner. She'll pick up her dribble. Left side to Lurth. 3:25 left in the third. 18 on the shot clock. Bradshaw underneath to Lurth. Lurth will drive on Ajax. Kick back out to Crum. Crum, three-point jumper up. No good. Rebound, though. Lurth, count it. She's fouled. Alina Lurth has had a great tournament. And she has 8 points, looking for her 9th after the free throw. The lead back to 13.
Yeah, that was a great job by Lurth. She's just snuck around the defensive player and put that back up. And I'm sure if you ask Crum, she planned the air ball down.
Right. So it was a pass.
It was a pass.
It was definitely a pass. Now, Lurth can give the Beavers the biggest lead of the game at 14 and does so.
And who did they call that foul on?
I couldn't tell.
All right.
It's either on Karchner or Baldwin.
Right.
Oh, no, it's going to be on Ajax. They just put it on the board. Baldwin way downtown. No good. Rebound to Crum, rather. She'll bring it back up. 16-point lead. Knocked out of bounds. Another substitution. In will come Cox, replacing Brown. 3 minutes left in the third. Again, 40 for the Beavers, 24 for the Eagles. Lurth will get up to Bradshaw straight away. Still man-to-man defense for the Eagles. Bradshaw right side to Crum. Crum to Cox at the free throw line. Back to Crum. She'll drive in over to Lurth. Lurth thinks about three. Drives on the baseline. Picked up by Bluth, though, to Bradshaw. Bradshaw fakes. Cut off by Karchner. Covered by Moctezuma, who's checked in the game with those 3 personal fouls. 2:37 left in the third. There's Lurth. Lurth at the free throw line up. No good. It's knocked down. Credit. It was Bastian who checked in, tipping that out. Bastian with the ball. She'll go up. Blocked away. And rebound to Bluth. Back comes Baldwin. Baldwin right side. Covered by Bradshaw. Left side to Moctezuma. Moctezuma drives in. Layup up. No good, but she is fouled. She'll go to the line shooting 2.
Yeah, Beaver came flying out. Crum came flying out at her, and Montezuma did a good job just driving to the basket around her.
Yeah, she does a really good job. We've seen this for a couple years for Jasmine, as she gives that one little head fake because she's a good shooter outside, and then very good at driving in and finishing. Moctezuma already with 5 points in the game, looking for points 6 and 7 from the free throw line. First free throw's up, no good. Substitution in the game, Stratton will come back in the game. She will replace Ajax. And one more free throw for Moctezuma. The lead is 16 for Beaver, 40-24. Free throws up and no good, rolls off. Back to Alina Lurth. Lurth will have to Bradshaw. Bradshaw goes behind the back. A lot of pressure now, half court, three-quarter court pressure. Lurth at the free throw line, over to Bastian, underneath to Crum, and that one will go out of bounds. Ball to Draper APA.
You know, good thought by Bastian. This pass is too high.
Brown in the game for the Beavers, replacing Alina Lurth. 1:57 left in the third. 40-24 Beaver. Back comes Baldwin. Man-to-man defense. Karchner left side taken away by Crum. 2-on-1 break. Crum and Cox. Crum goes up and will be fouled by Bluth. Bailey Bluth's first personal foul. I do like what Crum did there, rather than, I mean, she didn't really have a great pass back, and so, you know, went towards the basket, creating the contact. Lots of times players will go away from the basket and not allow for the foul.
I think that's my biggest pet peeve, is when you go up for a layup thinking you're going to be fouled and not try to make it, because you never know. Like, we've seen trick shots just woof go in, so always try to make the layup.
Seen some crazy stuff. First free throw, no good. Beavers 1 for 2. They did not shoot a free throw in the first half, and now they're 2 for 3 in the game. Biggest lead of the game now, 17 for Beaver. 1:43 left in the third. A little bit of pressure. Crum tries to sneak in. Moctezuma with it. She'll bring it across, drive into lane. Kick over to Karchner. Karchner's been quiet. Up top to Bluth. To Karchner. Samantha right side to Bluth. Baldwin isolated on this left side. She'll reset up top, and that one almost stolen away by Crum again.
Yeah, Crum doing a good job extending her defense out.
Bastian will take a seat. Elisa back in the game. 1:23 left in the third. Moctezuma with it on the baseline. Over to Baldwin. Still man-to-man defense. Baldwin way out. Brown staying close. Takes a screen from Karshner. Bradshaw with the pickup defense. Looks underneath. And a foul going to be on Brittany Crum for the reach.
Yeah, that's too bad because that was just a bailout foul that Crum gave for Baldwin.
Second personal foul on Brittany Crum. Again, 17 points is the lead inside Karshner. Covered tightly by Bradshaw. Back up to Baldwin. Shot no good. Rebound Stratton. And I believe they'll call a travel. Could have called a jump ball too, but a travel, another turnover. Ball goes to Beaver. How many turnovers in the game for the teams?
For Draper, 14, Beaver, 9.
Back comes Bradshaw at the 1 minute mark of this third quarter. Right side to Crum. Crum looking inside to Lisa. Triple teamed. Lisa, ball knocked down, picked up by Cox. Left side to Brown. Brown fakes. Drives, 14-foot floater, no good. Lisa, offensive rebound up and in.
Yeah, great position by Elisa.
Double figures for Talia Elisa, 10 points in this one. Moctezuma and another foul on Crum. That'll be foul number 3. The lead 19, that's the biggest of the game. Lurth back in the game, replacing Bradshaw. Now Baldwin will have it on the baseline. Inside to Karshner. Karshner goes up, back up to Olive, back to Baldwin. Back underneath cut to Moctezuma. Shot in. That was a tough bucket for Jasmine Moctezuma.
She took the bump and still made it.
Back comes Crum. Down to 15 seconds. Shot clock off in this third quarter. 17-point Beaver lead. Crum back top. Over to Lurth. Lurth in the corner to Brown. Knocked out of bounds. 5.1 left on the clock in this third quarter. They'll have it on the sideline. It'll be Brown. He'll throw the ball in. Looking into the middle. Lurth underneath to Elisa. Elisa turns, shoots. No score, however. But Brown with the rebound. She'll go back up left hand. Karshner will get the rebound. And not sure.
Well, the clock didn't start.
I was going to say, I think, so that is the end of the third quarter.
I was like, well, that was long, 5 seconds.
And now the third quarter comes to an end. 43-26 Beaver on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
When Bark detects a digital danger, I receive automatic alerts so that I can deal with problems as they arise, while still respecting my son's privacy by not having to read through every single message. Bark even delivers research-backed recommendations on dealing with the issue. This helps me and my son work together, trust each other, and build a deeper bond. Bark has helped protect millions of children while detecting tens of thousands of severe self-harm situations. Bark brings us closer together.
Get Bark protection today from Centricom on unlimited family devices. Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
When you're in the mood for mouth-watering dishes prepared by the finest chefs in Utah, visit Timberline Inn in Beaver. For a family dinner outing or for a night out with that special someone, experience fine dining for breakfast, lunch, or dinner at Timberline Inn. Timberline also offers catering services for both small groups or large gatherings, and you can't beat their popular lunch and dinner specials offered daily. Timberline Inn is open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. and located on the South I-15 interchange in Beaver. Call for catering 438-2474.
The only time we want to hear this.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Three down, 1 to go on the campus of Southern Utah University. The Beavers 43-26 for Draper APA. It's going to take some fast shooting for the Eagles get back into this one. Here's Baldwin. She's capable of it. She'll turn, left-hand shot. She scores it. Talk to me about the degree of difficulty of that shot.
Very difficult. Like you said, left hand.
Here it is.
Spin move, left hand, and I love that she had gotten her body all the way facing the basket instead of turned away. So it wasn't just like a trick, a trick shot.
Moctezuma sneaks in. And a foul will be called on Alina Lurth. Now, what I want to go back to that shot for just one more second, because not very many people, boys or girls, are able to switch in the middle of a pivot and go to the left hand. And here you can see it one more time. Big thanks to Nate Palmer. And she switches and scores it. Karshner inside. She scores a bucket real quick on the inbounds pass. A 4-0 run by Draper APA. They're within 13. A lot of basketball yet to play. 7:40 left in the game. Brown with it. Brown cross-court pass to Marshall. Marshall underneath to Lurth. Lurth splits the defenders, and there will be a tie ball. And the ball will be Beavers' ball in the alternating possession.
Yeah, that was a good defense by Karchner as Lurth had the ball in the breadbasket, and she just went and grabbed it.
7:31 left. 43 for the Beavers, 30 for the Eagles. Outside is Brown to Lurth. Lurth three-point jumper straight away. Shot no good. Karchner knocks it out. Three girls go down to the ground. I'm not sure. They're going to say that's off the Beavers. All three of them took a tough shot on that one. That was a
sandwich.
That was a Beaver sandwich.
Yes, it was.
with Elisa and Lurth banging into each other with someone between.
Yeah.
Lala Baldwin with the ball straight away, left hand. Step back three, that one's good again. How about that? Baldwin now. She has 16 points, and John Marshall takes a timeout. The lead down to 10 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
The only time we want to hear the sound of crashing metal is at the Demolition Derby. When it happens to you, don't despair. Trust two guys who care. Tony and Dave's Auto in Beaver. They had the experience to restore your ride, from new cars or trucks to classic muscle cars. Tony and Dave have years of experience in collision and automotive repair. When you bring your car or truck to Tony and Dave's Auto, you can trust two guys who care. Located at 115 North Main in Beaver, 435-438-5400. They're as American as red, white, and Beaver High School blue.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back. The Beavers trying to stop the 7-0 run by Draper APA. Right now it's 43-33. There's Marshall back up top to Bradshaw, left side to Brown. Brown on the baseline, back up to Lurth. Lurth steps in. Bradshaw for three. She's been dangerous and continues to be so. That's three in the game for Bradshaw. So she has 13 points in the game for herself.
Yeah, Beaver did a good job against that zone, moving the ball quick and then getting Bradshaw that open shot.
Zone defense for the Beavers. Baldwin on the right side, no good. Honestly, I expect every shot that Lala takes to go in. Lurth underneath to Marshall. Marshall looking into Elisa, out to Brown. Brown, step back three on the left side, and just like that, the Beavers right back in it. Brown, her second three-point shot, and the lead back to 14.
I feel like this is the most three-pointers I've ever seen Beaver made in a game.
How many?
I will tell you.
All right, here's Moctezuma. She'll take a three, high arching shot, no good. Rebound Elisa.
Seven.
That's more than normal. We can tell you that much.
Yep.
Dancy Bradshaw with the ball, right side to Lurth, on the baseline to Marshall. Back to Lurth. Lurth steps in, kicks back to Bradshaw corner. Brown, 4-3, it's up, and another one. That's three for Gentry Brown, and the Beavers up by 19, matching the biggest lead of the game. Wow. Baldwin just misses from just one step inside half court. And back to Bradshaw. 52-33. Bradshaw drives in, kicks back to Brown. To Lurth. Lurth wants in on the action, and she gets in on the action. Alina Lurth with a three. The Beavers 4 3-pointers in this game. 21 is the lead. 22 rather, sorry. Moctezuma drives in, splits the defenders, goes up with the left hand. What a finish.
Pretty finish by Moctezuma.
Yeah, the senior with her 7th, 8th, 9th points of the game. Here's Bradshaw, 5 minutes left in the game. 55-35, 20-point lead. Inside for Elisa, covered by Karshner. Goes up, Karshner blocks it. Lurth there with the rebound, and a foul to Stratton. Hustling Alina Lurth. 4:58 left in this one. 55 for the Beavers, 35 for Draper APA. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 now. 9 threes for the Beavers. And for Draper APA, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We would expect 9 from Draper APA. Here's Marshall for three, and that one's no good. Rebound Alina Lurth. Lurth is going to be fouled. So another foul on Draper APA. No one really in foul trouble. Maybe Brown with 3 and Moctezuma with 3. But with 4:51 left, manageable so far. So second team foul on Draper APA. Bradshaw. Up high. Oh, no one there. Moctezuma's going to track that one down. She's got Gentry Brown. Brown lets her go just simply because of the foul situation. Moctezuma, another bucket. That's 11 points for Jasmine Moctezuma. Here's Brown on the left side underneath Delisa with a perfect seal. No score, however. And Bluth will save it. And a jump ball will go to Draper APA.
Yeah, that was a great seal by Elisa. Just a little bit short, but I am loving the hustle play by Lurth. She is in on every play.
Yeah, Lena Lurth, the senior, playing her last basketball game, has been great. And there's Baldwin, step back 3, shot no good. Elisa with the rebound. Here's Bradshaw, head of the pack to Brown. Brown drives in, Baldwin there, turns, pivots, no good. Marshall, offensive rebound, no good. Elisa, offensive rebound, good.
Third time's the charm.
That's right. Elisa, 12 points in the game. The lead back to 20. Here's Baldwin back to Karchner. She'll take a long 3-point jumper, no good. Rebound tracked down by Marshall. Marshall will bring it ahead. Now she'll hold up. In the corner to Bradshaw. That's going to be knocked off of Bradshaw by Samantha Karchner. Checking in the game will be Vanessa Moctezuma, as well as Yasmina Klebek, replacing Bluth and Moctezuma. That's Jasmine. 3:53 left in the game, 57-37. Baldwin kicks back to Karchner, up top to Bluth. Bluth, 3-point jumper straight away, and just off the mark, out of bounds. Go back to the Beaver, high school Beavers. Here is Lurth on the baseline. Full court press now for Draper APA. Ball's going to be picked up by Vanessa Moctezuma to Baldwin. Baldwin will drive in, split defenders, kick back up to Moctezuma. Shot blocked out of bounds. Not in my house, says Alina Lurth.
Man, she's got some long limbs.
She really does. Here's the replay. Yeah, left hand with the left hand inside. Ball's taken away by Danzy Bradshaw. She'll dribble ahead. And she'll try to get it back. They will call a timeout for Coach John Marshall. We'll take it as well. Beavers up by 20 on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network. TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
Expecting a bundle of joy? Beaver Valley Hospital's new maternity wing is your local haven for life's special deliveries. Combining cozy comfort with top-tier technology, they bring big city medical excellence to the heart of Beaver with that small-town touch Beaver Valley Hospital is known for. Their full-service community hospital is your health partner from inpatient care, emergency, surgical, maternity, physical therapy, home health, and hospice. Beaver Valley Hospital is proud to support Beaver High School.
When you make the right decision, it feels good. Like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Brent Stapley is right here in Beaver to help you select the right protection at the right price. Brent will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm agent Brent Stapley, it's easy to make the right choice. Just call him when you want the real deal. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Full court press, Alina Lurth for 3, shot up and no good. Elisa tracks that one down, and Moctezuma with the rebound. 3:11 left in the game. Here is Baldwin. Baldwin way out, takes the screen, has an open 3, takes the 2, no good. Rebound to Bradshaw. Bradshaw head to Brown on the left side. Brown going down, and a hard foul, and not a dirty foul, just a hard foul by Lala Baldwin. I actually like what she did here. She didn't go into the player. Once she made the contact, she slid to the right. Lots of times you see people take that angle all the way in and take the player down out of bounds. Brown, 2 free throws coming. Brown with 11 points in the game, make that 12. 3 3-pointers in the game for Gentry. The junior, she'll be coming back. Back in comes Stratton, as well as Olive, replacing Moctezuma, Bluth, and there was one other person that came in. Moctezuma comes back in. Jasmine rather. Shot is up and good again for Brown. Beavers now 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. 2:55 left, 59-37, right side to Moctezuma. Moctezuma will spin on Lurth, goes in underneath, nice to Stratton. Shot no good, but a foul to Marshall. Stratton goes to the line shooting 2.
Yeah, Stratton had a great position on that one and earned herself a trip to the free throw line, and she is, I think she was 2 for 2, wasn't she?
She is 2 for 2. Yep, 2 points in the game. Both free throws in the second quarter. Stratton's first free throw is up and good. She's got a nice, sweet shot from the free throw line. She hasn't even touched iron on any of the first 3. Of course, that means she'll miss this one.
Yeah, you just
sorry.
jinxed her.
Sorry, Taylor.
Sorry, family.
Robert Lovell says that's not a thing.
Oh, no. Hey.
But she did touch the rim.
She did.
So 4 free throws, 4 points for Stratton. Back comes Beaver, full court pressure. Lurth. Beavers beat that pretty easily. Over to Marshall, 3-pointer for Marshall. No good. Rebound Moctezuma. 16-point lead for the Beavers, 2:31 left. Moctezuma straight away, covered by Lurth. Moctezuma drives in, and a block called on, I believe, to Elisa. It might be on Lurth. Nope, it's on Elisa. Her second, according to my totals. And Moctezuma goes line shooting 2. She's 0 for 2 in the game.
And she's done a great job getting herself to, driving into the basket hard and either making them or getting fouled.
Yeah, another talented senior for Draper APA. Knocks down the first free throws. So Jasmine has 12 points, looking for point number 13. She averages 12 on the season. Second free throw's up and no good. Rebound to Bradshaw. Ahead of the pack to Marshall. Marshall trying to track down the ball, just spin forward. She can't quite do it. Turnover on the Beavers.
That's so frustrating as you're trying to reach it and the ball just keeps spinning.
Just out of reach, and you're trying to grab it back. Here's Lala. Baldwin with it. She'll step up. I think she's going to shoot a 3. Nope.
Oh, she should have.
Right side to Stratton. Back up to Baldwin. Covered by Brown. 2 minutes left in the game. 2:08 exactly. Baldwin kicks back over to Moctezuma. Moctezuma crosses over, slips the defenders, goes up, shot no good. Rebound to Lisa. Lisa's been a board monster today. We'll check her stats at the end of the game. Here's Marshall on the right side. She'll drive in, take a shot, no good. Rebound to Lisa. Stripped away by Baldwin. The quick hands, and Marshall picks up a foul. That'll be 5 team fouls, so Lala Baldwin goes to the line, shooting 2 free throws. Here's the interesting thing. Baldwin 1 for 3 from the free throw line. What's her, she shoots better from way outside.
She is, what number is she?
Number 10.
10.
Yeah.
Sorry.
45%
from 3.
Wow. And when we talk about, how far out those 3-point shots are, it's pretty crazy.
Oh, yeah. Does high school do a 3-point contest at the end of the year?
I don't know who would be able to compete with that.
I don't either.
First free throws up and in. For Lala, you've got 16, 17, 18, 19 points. And a big hand. The seniors check out. Stratton, Moctezuma, and Olive. So those are the 3 seniors for Draper APA. They get a nice hand from the crowd. Second free throw is good as well. Back comes Bradshaw. 1:42 left in the game. The Beavers will be your 3rd place winners. One of 3 teams that end with a win on the season. Of course, it's the next game at 5 o'clock that you want to end the season on. But 3rd's not bad. It's quite an accomplishment. Bradshaw with it. Over to Lurth. Lurth on the baseline. Drives in, steps back. Cross-court pass to Bradshaw. Bradshaw thinks about 3. Splits defenders. Tipped away. It's going to go out of bounds off of Draper APA. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Bradshaw on the baseline to Lurth. Lurth steps back. Shot blocked by Karshner, but a foul. Alina Lurth back to the line.
Yeah, someone made the point earlier that, only 8 teams get to come to the Centrum.
Yeah.
So that's a big accomplishment. I don't know how many teams there are in 2A, but 20-something, 20,
No, there's a
25?
lot. Yeah.
So to even make it here is a big accomplishment. And there are plenty of teams that would take either of these team spots to be playing today.
Absolutely. Here's those first free throws up, no good. And Lena Lurth's been a great story. Didn't play last year, played her first 2 years, didn't play last year, and this year has been phenomenal for the Beavers, averaging almost 8 points a game.
And I think she just signed to run track for UVU.
Oh, cool.
So, yeah.
Elisa, offensive rebound, shot up, no good. Rebound to Baldwin. What does she do track and field?
I'm thinking she does the hurdles and some kind of sprints, but I'm not 100% sure.
Okay, here's Moctezuma back out. Shot from the right side, up and in for Yasmina Klebek. 51 seconds left in the game. 30 on the shot clock. The Beavers with the ball, up by 15. Brown will step back. Over to Bradshaw. Bradshaw covered by Baldwin. Bradshaw will go in underneath to Elisa. Kicks back out to Marshall. Right side to Bradshaw. Bradshaw knocked out of bounds by Baldwin. Bradshaw says there was a foul. And I'm here to tell you, they're not going to call a foul unless there's a compound fracture.
Right.
Not with 30 seconds left, 15-point lead. Here we go, Brown on the sideline. And that was going to be stolen away by Karchner. Karchner lands awkwardly, but she gets up okay. Good news. And there's Moctezuma, Vanessa, with her first bucket of the game. Lead still at 13 rather. There's Lurth with it. 15 seconds. Cross-court pass, Elisa underneath to Brown. Brown with the layup. Good as it just rolls over the rim. And Brown scores it. Brown's had a great game.
She has.
15 points for the junior. She'll be back. Now a big hand. You can see the Beavers giving a big hand to the senior players. Lena Lurth and Talia Elisa, Taisley Marshall, the seniors for the Beaver High School Beavers. And so big hand to those seniors. Just 6 seconds left in the game. Baldwin, long three-pointer.
Oh, money. She said, she shrugged her shoulders.
She is
said,
a
no
pleasure.
Big deal.
She is a pleasure to watch. That cuts the lead to 12. 61-49, your final here from Southern Utah University. And what an entertaining ball game. And the shooting in this one, unbelievable. Maybe with the pressure off, these teams just shoot the basketball, and it was unbelievable.
Yeah, I agree. You know, no pressure, and I mean, it matters, but it doesn't matter game, and you know, just play really loose.
All right, we're going to take a break. It's time for the Sunrise Engineering postgame. You can check out Sunrise Engineering at sunrise-eng.com, and we'll be back. The Beavers take third place in the 2A classification with a 61-49 win over the Eagles of Draper American Preparatory Academy. We'll be back on the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network, TeamHive.live, powered by Centricom and KSL Sports.
At UCCU, we'll provide you with a low-rate line of credit that makes it easy to access the equity in your home with no fees or closing costs.
Simply complete an application on your phone or computer and select the low-rate option you prefer.
And then sit back and enjoy the peace of mind that comes from knowing you have a low-rate line of credit. Ready for whatever life throws at you.
To learn more or start your application, visit uccu.com or stop by any branch.
As a parent, you never want to see your child struggling with suicidal thoughts. But today, the threat is hidden deep within their phones. That's why I rely on Bark. Built by parents, for parents, Bark's award-winning dashboard monitors text messages, emails, and over 30 different apps and platforms for potential safety concerns. Hey, can we talk?
We at Centricom want to help every family protect their children. Get Bark protection today from Centricom on unlimited family devices. Visit Centricom.com to learn more.
Discover squeaky cheese, hand-dipped ice cream, and family-friendly bathrooms all at the Creamery, Beavers Cheese Store. With an expanded storefront, you can explore our farm-to-table story, sample our signature cheeses, enjoy breakfast or lunch at the Creamery kitchen, or shop some of Utah's favorite products from specialty cheeses to local honey and jam. Stop on in and discover what the excitement is all about. Visit the Creamery in Beaver at 165 South, 500 West, now open Sundays noon to 6 and extended hours Thursdays and Fridays until 8 p.m.
Live high school sports action on Centricom Channel 10 and the Mid-Utah Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back on the Sunrise Engineering postgame. Scott Langford, Lachelle Moss, and Nate Palmer, the money man Tyler Moss. We're growing and we're hiring at Sunrise Engineering. You can visit them at sunrise-eng.com to learn more. Big thanks to Sunrise Engineering, sponsoring our postgame all season long. And Lachelle, let's just quickly go over stats. The Beavers win 61-49. They take third. And certainly not the desire they might have wanted, but hey, that's a great consolation prize as the only two teams better than you during the season.
Yeah, and you know, looking at Draper APA, they finished the game shooting 39% from field goal, 37% from three-point land, 7 for 19, 8 for 13 from free throws, 62%. Finished the game with 16 rebounds, 2 of those offensive, 3 assists as a team. 15 turnovers and 6 steals.
And if you tell me before the game that this would end up being a three-point contest, I would say, well, then Draper APA definitely wins this one.
100%. Yeah, Beaver. I would love to go and look back, but I guarantee this is the most threes they've made all season long in one game.
Not even close this season, and I think it would compare with some previous seasons.
Yes, for the Beavers, they ended the game shooting 42% from the field. 47% from 3 points,
wow.
So better than the 2
9 for 19.
percentage.
Yeah, how crazy is that? 15 for 38 for 39 and 47 from outside the arc.
You do not see that not ever.
Not very often.
They ended the game with 36 rebounds, so just dominated the rebounds. 12 of those offensive. They were 4 for 7 from the free throw line, 57%. 15 turnovers, 5 steals, 11 assists as a team.
So congratulations for the Beavers. Let's cover some individual scoring. Leading all scorers was, of course, as we expect, scoring exactly her average on the season, Lala Baldwin, the junior, with 23 points. She had 7 in the first, 16 in the second. Also in double figures was Jasmine Moctezuma with 12, 6 points for Samantha Karchner, 2 points apiece for Yasmina Klebek and Camila Olive, and then 4 points for Taylor Stratton. On the Beaver side of the ball, leading scorer was Gentry Brown, 15 points, including 13 second half points, 13 for Danzy Bradshaw, 12 for Alina Lurth, 6 for Taisley Marshall, and 3 for Brittany Crum. So really good. Let's take a look at some stat lines for our seniors, our senior players in this game. First for Draper APA, let's take a look at Samantha Karchner. Oh, sorry, she's not a senior. For Jasmine Moctezuma, number 5.
So she's going to finish the game with 12 points and 1 rebound, and she was 1 for 2 from three-point range.
And then also we have Camila Olive. Had a couple rebounds.
She had a couple rebounds, yeah.
And then Taylor Stratton, number 12.
And she was 4 for 4 from the free throw line and ended the game with 1 rebound and 1 steal.
Okay. Congratulations to the seniors for Draper APA. And now for the Beavers, let's start with Alina Lurth, number 12.
So Alina finished the game with 12 points. She had 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal.
And she was actually 5 for 9 from the field. Is that correct?
Yes, 5 for 9.
Yeah, 5 for 9, 56%.
Yep, and for Taisley Marshall, she ended the game shooting 50% from 3. She had 6 points and 3 rebounds and 1 steal.
Congratulations. Taisley Marshall sometimes doesn't get the notice others do. She doesn't score quite as much, but she does all the little stuff. Some of the the screens and the hustle balls.
Yeah, and kind of a bittersweet moment. This is the last of the Marshalls to play for Beaver. Out of Coach Marshall's daughters. He has another daughter, but she lives in Cedar, and so this is kind of probably really bittersweet for him.
Yeah, kind of the end of a Marshall era.
Yeah.
And then next